So we've just started our adventure. This is the Flow Lake trailhead, 500 meters down that way, and we're now coming to the first bridge. And here it is. There's Joseph. Not paying attention, but never mind. Hey Jay, give us a wave. And the weather is nice. The weather is beautiful. We're now crossing Flow Creek. And there's Joseph. Still got a smile on his face at the moment, at least. So we're about an hour into our hike. Down there you can see the road, 93 South. A couple of vehicles going past. The car park is just kind of out of sight around the corner. We walked over a bridge. I'm not sure if from here you can see the bridge, but it's down there somewhere. In fact, I think you can. You can just make out the bridge down there over Flow Creek. And we're stopped on the trail to have something to eat. And we are heading towards the mountains there. Up there is Flow Lake, and that's where our destination is tonight. So here we are. We've pretty much walked all the way down Flow Creek, or up Flow Creek rather. The trail is very steady and gentle up till now. Then ahead we can see almost where we're going to camp tonight. It's at the top of those waterfalls there, and that's where Flow Lake is. So here we are. We've just had some lunch ahead of the climb up to the campsite, which should be at the top of that hill. And for scale you can just see some ladies just going around the corner there. So we should be there in about an hour. We've made good timing. It's now 12:45. We left at 9:30 the cars at the trailhead. And we've had two 10-minute breaks to stop, have some water, that sort of thing. And the scenery really is quite spectacular. So the climb up the switchbacks to Flow Lake took a lot longer, didn't it? Was that a difficult part of the trail?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it? But now we're in an alpine meadow above Flow Lake. So here we are at Flow Lake. A bit of a breeze has blown up. It's surrounded by mountains and pocket glaciers. And down here we see a small boy enjoying his hot chocolate. So we come for a walk. We're camped down there where you can see those people. And this is Flow Lake. And I've got to tell you that I need a wider lens. As you can see, my lens doesn't quite capture everything. Let's capture a small boy down there who's just had a hot chocolate, so he's quite happy. So here we are. We today walked up the valley, up the steep section, which is in those trees, and this is Flow Lake. Our campsite is down there. We always make out the picnic tables. And then tomorrow, Joseph, are you paying attention? Tomorrow we're going to head up over that pass there, which I think is the Numa Creek Pass. So it's 8:30 in the morning, and this is the view from the campsite, Flow Lake, and it is glass-like. The reflection of the mountain, which I still can't quite get in my viewfinder here, is absolutely spectacular. So we've been climbing up from Flow Lake, which is down there, and it's been absolutely spectacular. We've been climbing up slowly but surely, surrounded by fields of wildflowers that are all in flower at the moment, and now we're just having a bit of a break underneath the trees there. What do you think, Joseph? Is it a nice view?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So we're now in the alpine meadow above Flow Lake. Heading towards Numa Pass, which is just over there somewhere. Oh, and Joseph's going for a pee. Right, I need to see that. So what did you just throw at me?
A snowball.
And how many times have you thrown a snowball?
Once.
On the 31st of July?
Once.
Once, that was today.
I wanted to celebrate the 4th of July.
Oh, the 4th of July, I see.
Dad.
So there's Flow Lake. There's the trail, up for a bit of snow at the end here. Yes.
Nothing.
Okay. And then where we're headed is down into the valley, down there. More importantly, in the far distance there, you can see the Rockwall, name of the trail, and that is going to be tomorrow's.
The Rockwall.
So here we are. We just had a bit of a break on the other side of Numa Pass. You can see where we're going to.
We had a Kit Kat bar.
We had a cook. Well, thank you. That's enough of that. That's where we're going tomorrow. Apparently it's heavy vegetation through there. The trail hasn't been maintained as much, and it's the up to Tumbling Pass from Numa Creek campsite. So that's what we've got ahead of us tomorrow. I think it's going to be 3 hours of bushwhacking, to be honest, in order to get to the top of the pass there and then down to the other side. So not looking forward to that. In terms of timing, it took us an hour and a half to get here. Yesterday, by the way, from the trailhead to Flow Lake was 5 hours, and we took the climb up to Flow Lake very slowly. That took at least an hour just to do that. So we made generally good progress. Views, fantastic still. Looking back towards the pass there. So we've come down. What do you think, Joseph?
I think it's downhill.
So here we are in a lovely alpine meadow just quite close to Numa Creek. We've hiked from the saddle, just kind of behind those trees and ridgeline there, past these beautiful falls.
Falls.
Shush. And lots of wild flowers and in this meadow, and tomorrow we head up that, I think, kind of in the trees there towards Tumbling Pass. In the meantime, Joseph is happy. He's all been downhill. Say something sensible. Oh, hopeless. Action, Joseph, go. And be careful, don't fall in. So this is the bridge just before Numa Creek campsite. I think we're about a mile from the campsite now. So here we are at Numa Creek campground. To the right is where the tents are and the camping is, and to the left is where the food storage area is, picnic area, and there's a couple of people all having campfires. We got here in about 4 hours 10 minutes from the flow lake, and we're just preparing ourselves for the big day tomorrow, which is going to be 19.7 kilometers all the way to Helmet Falls. So that's going to be a long slog tomorrow. We'll probably stop at Tumbling Creek and have lunch there, actually, a cooked lunch, to get some proper energy into Josef. But this is lovely. It's a very nice campsite. So we had an early start this morning. We've been going about an hour 10 minutes. We camped right down there in the bottom, and that's where Numa Creek campsite is. And we've made good progress. It's now 10 to 9.
10 to 9.
10 to 9. Sit down, and we're heading up there towards Tumbling Pass. That's the size of my backpack today, because we're going to do a big day today, all the way to Helmet Falls, one of the highest waterfalls in Canada. But it's a lovely morning, and let's hope it stays like this. So we're finally at the top. This is Tumbling Creek Pass. Josef is happy.
Finally at the top, finally up to the top, finally
Thank
at the
you.
top.
Editing might have to go there, and this is our view at the pass. You can see the glaciers, Tumbling Glacier there. And where we've come from is right over there. That's the peak that is above Flow Lake.
Which is a lot hard.
Which is a lot hard. It's a long way, isn't it, Josef?
That's a million miles away from Full Lake.
It is. We're going this way. So here we are. We're just kind of at the top of the Rockwall Trail. We're just quite close to Wolverine Pass, actually. So in there is Wolverine Pass, and although we won't do it today and go and have a look, if you get up to there on a nice day you can see Bugaboo Spire, which is really impressive. So we're in the high alpine, as you can see. Wonderful views of Tumbling Glacier there. You can see the hanging glacier on the side of the mountain.
What's a glacier?
I've just explained glaciation to you.
Yeah, but
This is the rock wall. We are headed to the end there, and just over the other side of the end is our campsite. So we're almost there. We've just crossed this creek and had a little bit of a break. Followed the rock wall all the way along, and it really is looking quite magnificent. And then we have to make our way up between those, in that gap there, and then down to Helmet Falls Campground. So we've walked along the rock wall. We're now at the end, almost. Beautiful waterfalls coming down here. And then we head just up that gap and down to Helmet Falls Campground. What do you think of the waterfall, Joseph?
Good.
And Joseph has been bribed, as you can tell, with some bubblegum. So the last hill here is a bit of a killer. You got, yes, the sun on the back of your neck, and it's quite high up here as well. It's all very nice. It's in alpine meadow, and we're still obviously below the rock wall. Are we tired now, Joseph?
A little bit.
A little bit. Well,
Is it almost nighttime?
well, no, it's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yes.
Cool.
So we've made fairly good time. I think it's about 45 minutes down hill all the way to the campsite now. So we would have probably made the Tumbling Creek campground to Helmet Falls campground in about, let's have a think, almost 5 hours. That's not too bad. So here we are. We've descended quite a lot. Now we're...
Looks a lot like Angel Falls in South America.
It does look a lot like Angel Falls in South America. It's Helmet Falls, one of the highest waterfalls in Canada. And the trail meanders down gently to the campsite. The mountain above it is called Helmet Mountain. So here we are.
This coffee is so good.
Helmet Falls. Joseph is drinking hot chocolate, not coffee.
It is coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's made out of apples.
And in the background to where we're having our breakfast, you can see the falls. Why isn't that in focus? You can see the falls. So here we are at Helmet Falls. We've walked up from our campsite. Look at the view. As you can see, is pretty spectacular. Now coming round, looking down to where we're walking today. And it was back up there that we walked yesterday downhill. And then it doesn't look very far, but it took us a good hour and 45, about an hour and 15 minutes actually. Coming around more, there's some huge rock walls on this side, all the way around. And here on a rock is a small boy.
I'm mining for gold.
Oh, he's mining for gold today. Very good. So we're heading down now, and this is probably the final spot we'll see Helmet Falls. We've just gone through a bit of an avalanche cut area, and there's the falls down there, Helmet Mountain above it, which looks doable. It looks like there's a scramble up that ridge there in the centre and then kind of across the top. So that looks...
Eaten by a Bigfoot.
Oh, hold on a minute. What was that? Sorry?
I'm getting eaten by a Bigfoot.
Oh, are you? Oh dear. Never mind. So here we are. This is the Helmet Creek suspension bridge. Joseph is very carefully going across. Views downriver. It's a bit wobbly, has to be said. So we're now at Helmut Oka Junction campsite. Go over there and pose nicely. We made it good time, about 2.5 hours from Helmut Falls. Our campsite is here, as you can see. A very happy boy because he's been walking downhill all day.
Downhill,
that's why he's got so much energy. And you can just see behind the creek. So the time is 10 to 8.
Delicious.
Last morning, last camp. What are you eating, Joseph?
I'm having some hot chocolate. I can't get it.
Lovely. Camp last night. This is the confluence of two rivers. I think this is at the Oka Creek here, coming down, and we were camped kind of over there. But it's a beautiful view. Yes.
Yes.
Stop saying everything that I say.
What I say.
Naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
And you can see kind of the mountains over there in the background. And it's a lovely spot. So today we are going to... Are you paying attention? So today we are going to walk from here all the way...
Which is 2 hours.
All the way to 2 hours to the road and the highway.
Road.
And then we're going to hitchhike.
Hitchhike? What's a hitchhike?
Exactly.